Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Paycheck to Portfolio. This morning, I want to talk about stop investing and start running your portfolio like a business. Most people think a portfolio is something you invest in. You buy a few stocks, maybe a couple ETFs. You check your price once in a while and hope the market goes up so you can retire in 30 years. But that's really not how I think about it at all if you've been following my channel. Earlier in my career, I spent a lot of time in private equity, and one thing you learn very quickly is that nobody talks about stock. They talk about business and how to grow a business. They talk about cash flow, capital allocation, and equity growth and return on capital. And as you can see on this image on the right, I don't live out of a traditional checking account. All of my income gets invested into a brokerage account. I fully deploy my assets into equities that grow and provide cash flow in the form of dividends and asset appreciation. What my dividends don't cover, I use margin to float my bills on, and that allows me to stay fully invested in compounding on the front end instead of investing the leftovers on the back end. We'll jump into a portfolio update here in just a second, but I wanted to call out a few quotes up above. Henry Ford's quote, "A business that makes nothing but money is a poor business." Obviously, passion and meaning in your why matters, right? So if you're going to invest and you're going to engage your portfolio like a business, you're going to have to be involved and you're going to have to find it interesting. And that's what I teach on the channel is how to do that. Robert Kiyosaki below that said, "Don't work for money, make money work for you." Unfortunately, in our culture, especially in the United States, we're taught to be consumers. We're taught to go into bad debt, consumer credit. And in my system, I'm looking at it more like a business loan, an SBA loan that I'm creating assets and cash flow. And then I'm using that business loan to basically live off of long term and to rinse and repeat that structure. Again, most people treat their portfolio like a savings account. I treat mine like a business. So let's jump into the portfolio and then we'll come back and talk about this in detail with some of the tools I have available. Okay, jumping into a portfolio update this morning, you can see my net account value sitting at $174,239. My total unrealized gain is sitting at $32,000 or 9%. Again, I keep saying this in multiple videos because that's just been the trend lately. The market is very, very choppy because of world events, right? The Middle East conflict, really the price of oil, which is scaring people. Obviously, the price of gasoline and how that impacts the economy and potential rate cuts that we were planning on. So, this choppiness is just part of the market. You can go back and look at historical wars. The market goes down in the short term, but goes up over the long term. Go back to 2008. You can go back to COVID. You can go back to tariffs. And in all of those situations, the market has continued to go up, right? So for me, it's more about dollar cost averaging and managing through the volatility as opposed to short term noise in the market. If you look at my performance on the 1-year chart, most certainly you can see below it's not linear. There's ups and downs in the market. But on the 1-year chart, I'm sitting at 39% time weighted return. This does not include any cash coming into the portfolio or cash coming out of the portfolio. This is just the pure growth and any dividends received back into the brokerage account. The S&P 500 sitting at 15%. The Nasdaq's at 21.5%. The Dow's almost at 9%, and the Russell's at 19.5%. On the 2-year chart, you can see I'm sitting at 55%. The S&P 500's at 29.5%. The Nasdaq's at 37.5%. The Dow's at 20%, and the Russell's at 19%. On the 3-year chart, I'm sitting basically at 91%. The S&P 500's at 72%. The Nasdaq's at 98.5%. The Dow's at 46 and the Russell's at 40. If you look at year to date, the market's down as a whole. I'm down 2% currently. The S&P 500's down 3%. The Nasdaq's actually down 6%. The Dow's down 5% and the Russell's down 0.07%. So obviously we're still outperforming all of the indexes except for the Russell with rate cuts. But again, you have to zoom out and go long term and look at your total gain over time. You don't want to get stuck here. This is where people get emotional, is in situations like this. I started November and my portfolio is down 2%. I hear a lot of comments like that just over time with folks getting started out. There's a saying when you invest, and it's basically when in doubt, zoom out. If you pull up a chart of QQQ, last year it was sitting around $490 to $495, right in that range. If you look at it today, it's in the high 500s. So that's what people mean when they say when in doubt, zoom out. If you're looking at the short term, you probably don't want to be in the stock market because it's volatile and it's going to go up and it's going to go down. If you're going to invest in stocks, you need to have a long-term vantage point to where you're looking at it as a whole. The great thing in this system is you're fully investing income that would have been consumed otherwise. You would have went to Starbucks. You would have went and got groceries. You would have paid your mortgage. I'm paying all of those things out of my brokerage account so I can be fully invested on the front end versus consuming or investing the leftovers on the back end. So a 2% decline, why I don't like that, doesn't really change my mindset at all because I would have spent that money to zero and just had the leftovers to begin with. What I care about is the 1 year, 2 year, and 3 year charts that will ultimately set me free and double my money much faster than conventional methods. If you go to my historical values tab, and you'll see this even more, on my 2 year chart, you can see this is not a linear line. There's up months, there's down months. This is the tariff situation right here. But while fully living out of my brokerage account, including inflows and outflows and market movements from April 1st of 2024 to March 13th of 2026, the portfolio has grown in value $125,604 because I'm fully living out of the brokerage account. Again, there's some months that are great, June here from May to June, coming out of the tariff situation. Again, I talk about we were on a trip in Japan. I spent about $13,000 there with my family, and my portfolio actually grew from June to July. It went up from 125,000 basically to, 129,000 while I was actively spending a lot of money out of it. You're going to have some months like this where it feels great, and then you're going to have some months like this in January of 2025, where I was at 119, and in March with tariffs, I dropped down to 93,000 net account value. So you're going to have troughs and you're going to have peaks, right? And so it's not a linear journey. That's why I have criteria around treating my portfolio like a brokerage. I have a gross portfolio value, which is what I own from a total equity perspective. Think of it just like a house. If you own a house and it's worth $500,000 and you have a $250,000 mortgage, that's basically how I'm running my brokerage, is more like a piece of real estate than an actual brokerage account. So my gross portfolio value is in the high $300,000 range. My net portfolio value is in the high $100,000 range here, 174. So you can see over time as I'm cycling in money, it's growing, I'm compounding, and I'm creating cash flow in the form of dividends here. And this will ebb and flow based off of last distribution. But currently I'm sitting at $43,000 of estimated income over the next 12 months. So every time money comes in, I'm buying more investments, which provide more equity and long-term growth and also produce an additional income for me. So when you look at your brokerage account, this is just the pure growth of the portfolio. It does not show any dividends that you've received over the trailing 12 months, and it doesn't show any income layered in on top of this. That's under the performance tab that E-Trade shows that, and they add these dividends back into your actual performance. So don't be confused. This is just pure equity growth. And then this income gets layered right on top of that over time, which allows me to compound much faster and to basically outperform the market and having the right equities and those type of structures. So thinking about it from a business analogy here, again, we talked about real estate and how I look at it. When you own real estate, the price appreciates over time. You could rent your house out. You could generate cash flow from that asset, and over time, it's going to grow for you as well. And you could actually borrow money from that asset. As I mentioned earlier on in my career, I ran private equity. And private equity companies, don't buy companies hoping the price goes up. They buy companies that produce cash flow. They then improve those businesses, which is exactly what we would do We would increase revenue, increase efficiency, increase access. I ran outpatient private equity imaging companies. We would reinvest that capital and grow our equity. And then about every 5 years, the company would sell to a new group of investors and you would rinse and repeat it from that structure. So again, I look at my portfolio like a financial business inside of the brokerage account, and I structure it exactly the same way. Another way to think about this is real estate. Most people already understand this when it comes to rental properties. You buy a property, the property produces rent, the rent covers the expenses. Over time, the property builds equity, and that becomes a business. Real estate has four components: growth, equity, cash flow, and debt. And the portfolio works exactly the same way. Your assets are the properties, dividends are the rent, margin is the mortgage, and your portfolio value is the equity. Once you understand that, everything starts to click. No longer are we just in a 401k, fingers crossed, retire in 30 years. We're in a real business and business operations, so we can break free from corporate America in 5 to 7 years. And quite frankly, this is where most investors get stuck. They're trying to build wealth, but they're thinking like employees, watching stock prices go up and down, right? Like we talked about, watching the stock prices kind of go up and down and getting emotional, following the headlines, reacting emotional to the market. But businesses don't operate like that. Businesses operate on systems. They track revenue, they track expenses, they track return on capital, and they allocate capital based on performance. Once you start treating your portfolio like a business, you stop chasing the market and you start building machines that produce income. So don't get caught up on just the total unrealized gain, whether it's red or green. Shift your mind into thinking like a business owner with long-term capital allocation, equity appreciation that happens over time, and generating cash flow now on money you would have consumed otherwise. So jumping into some of my resources, I will have all of my resources under pinned comments available to you. We launched a training academy here. You can try the free fire calculator here. So if you click on this, you can enter your own income here. So let's say your monthly W-2 income is $6,500. Your monthly living expenses are $5,000. Your starting brokerage amount is $10,000. You can adjust this blended yield. Let's say you wanted to do 15%. You can enter your margin interest rate here, and then you can highlight over this graph and it will show you the P2P strategy versus traditional investing, and it breaks it out down here for you, and you can see how much quicker your portfolio can compound, and then it calls out how much faster it's actually compounding for you. And in this example, it's 6 times more than traditional savings after 5 years. If you started out like this, your fire crossover, this is basically the amount that you need to cover your living expenses, would be 5+ years. Portfolio would be 489,000, and you would be producing about $3,000 of dividends. But you can update these numbers and play around and see exactly how it would work for you. And then when you're ready to start, you can click on these links below. You can click on the YouTube channel, which will take you right to my Paycheck to Portfolio YouTube channel, and you can watch all of my videos. You can grab the free starter kit here, which has a simple calculator in it. You can grab our membership, which will take you into the full training academy. We have multiple tools in there that walk you through step by step. You can create your own portfolio, which will feed your dividend projections and all of the tools inside. And it has an AI chat in there, which has all of my information. And then if you want to set up shoulder to shoulder training with me, you can do that as well with the white glove service, which is shoulder to shoulder mentorship. So once you're inside the actual membership, these are what some of the tools look like. So it will sync directly from your portfolio. You can enter your expenses down here. You can see I put some expenses just as an example, and it will show you how much money you actually need invested to start covering your bills and what your freedom number is with your actual yields and coverage amounts. You can enter your specific portfolio holdings here. It will tag it with the bucket. It will pull the dividend yields for you. You can see the actual dashboard it gives you, and it will rank how you're doing on milestones. You can project out over the next several years what it's going to look like for you. Again, I have a conservative 7% capital appreciation. You can see by my actual performance, I'm at 90% over 3 years. I just tend to project conservative. That's just the way I've always been. And then it will give you a fire score to show you your actual holdings. We actually also have market news here that updates every so often. And then if you click your P2P holdings, it will show you the news and how it's impacting your specific holdings. We have AI chat features within the training academy. You can ask it questions about my system, how to even get started in there, and it's pulled my whole database. And it allows you basically to talk to me through the AI chat agent. And of course, I'm available to you one-on-one as well. Please like and subscribe if you found this video useful. I've created these tools to make it easy for you to operate, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Many more tools coming over the next few weeks. Stay tuned, and we'll talk to you Wednesday for the next Spark to Fire update. Bye.